investing time into yourself, that's the celebration. You don't need a Pop-Tart. Okay, the Pop-Tart is not a celebration. The Pop-Tart is your body now having to figure out how to digest something that is not digestible. Let's get back to talking about how we can manifest our ideal version of ourselves. Okay, that's what I've been talking about on some serious-ish. You want to lose weight, you want to change your life, you want to get better, you want to get healthier mentally and physically, but you don't know how to do it. You know that your environment is unhealthy, but you can't necessarily get out of that environment. Okay, if you can, great. You are one step ahead of the game. If you can't, all right, let's talk about that. You can't get out of this unhealthy environment. It's hard to get out of unhealthy environments. You got to start manifesting. You got to start believing. You got to start creating. Focus on yourself hardcore as much as you can. I grew up in very abusive environments. Abusive environments don't allow you to do things for yourself, right? Everything is for the abuser in this abusive environment. So if you are in one of those environments, do everything you can to redirect your energy to yourself. You need to start calling your power back to yourself. And one really great way of doing that is having accountability. I'm not going to say your role in your suffering, but I will say have accountability for what you can have control over. A lot of times on our healing journey, we get stuck on who hurt us, and I get it. I really do. But if you're, years into your healing journey and you're still talking about who hurt you and what other people need to do to help you regulate your emotions, you're not getting the bigger picture. Okay, one, you need to have an internal locus of control. There's too much of what other people need to do to help me self-regulate going on, and being called mental health. That's not mental health. That's bullying. That's bullying. Okay, it's not my job to help you regulate. If you know what triggers you, it's your job to make sure you're in environments that trigger you or not, right? It's not the people in that environment's job to not trigger you, as nice as it would be. So you got to start taking some accountability for your life and, how you want your life to look. I really want it to be healthy mentally and physically, and I set about to do that. And I'm proud to say I did a great job at it. But it's a lifelong process. Let's focus on what we can control and then get to it. Okay, so if you can drink water instead of soda, do that. There's no reason you should be celebrating with every meal. I'm going to continue to say that because it was a phrase that helped me, right? Every meal doesn't need to be a celebration. And you know what? I say if you're eating healthy ingredients and it's fresh, healthy ingredients and you find a way to make it taste great, that is a celebration. That is a celebration, okay? I like a baked chicken thigh. And when I get that just the right amount of chicken thigh with a little bit of fat, a lot of people losing weight will be like, it's got to be a chicken breast. I said, no, I'm gonna eat the chicken thigh, baby. They ain't going to tell me what to do. All right? I'm doing enough. I've done enough. I'm doing what I can. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing what I can. And don't beat yourself up. And that's a celebration, right? Working out and doing things for yourself, investing time into yourself, that's the celebration. You don't need a Pop-Tart. Okay, the Pop-Tart is not a celebration. The Pop-Tart is your body now having to figure out how to digest something that is not digestible. That's what the Pop-Tart is. It's not a celebration, right? So you got to start thinking about things in that way. You have to change the way that you think about food, your health, nutrition, nourishment. You got to change the way you think about those things and understand that you don't have the healthiest mind because you're not in the healthiest environment. So you have to get a healthier mind. And that constantly being in that environment is not going to help. Just understand that. These people are not going to change. What you want for you is for you. It ain't for everybody else. All right, until next time. Bye.